Listen, whoever we could get in the ring with, I'm not afraid of anybody. I'm willing to get in, like I've been doing. I've been calling people out, I've been knocking on doors. I show up to press conference. I'm not even that type of guy to do that. But just to be like, damn, you guys is really trying to sweep me under the rug like that. You guys are scared. Shit. Damn. Like, man, get the same shit you got.
Oh no, that's sad. Outsiders rolling it.
Before Canelo lost his IBF title, Golden Boy sent a letter to the IBF saying that they would like to make a fight with you, Demetrius Andrade. Did that give you any hope that maybe there would be a fight about a month or so ago?
Yeah. Come on, y'all.
He's on his way out, and Canelo's good for that. He fought Shane Mosley on his way out. Miguel Cotto on his way out, and that's how he's been building his resume. And a guy like me, would love to get in there with anybody that's in the top division, but I'm fighting them at their peak, at their prime, and also when they're undefeated.
Like I tell people, no matter who your favorite fighter is, I can find somebody that they ducked. That's why when I came up with this series, I knew it could go on forever. Because no matter who your favorite fighter is, no matter from what era, I can find somebody that they ducked. And everybody has ducked somebody. Okay. Now, with that being said, Canelo Alvarez ducked Demetrius Andrade. But as you know, I'm not the one for the talking. I don't say anything unless I can prove what I'm talking about. So I'm going to prove it. Okay. And I'm going to prove it using Caleb Plant. Yes, indeed. That's exactly how I'm going to prove it. Okay. Now, Canelo Alvarez had an opportunity to unify for undisputed with Demetrius Andrade. Okay. He didn't fight Demetrius Andrade. What he actually chose to do was he chose to get stripped of his belts, accept franchise champion, move on, and fight Sergey Kovalev.
Canelo talking about he wants to unify the division, right? In September. Well, you want the last belt, brother. You got to come this way. So my job is to fight whoever I need to fight, do what I need to do, and just worry about Canelo at this point.
Now, those are facts. Now, people ask me, how am I going to tie Caleb Plant into this? Because, as you know, Caleb Plant has been receiving a lot of backlash for not accepting a fight, just coming off a fight. And a lot of people are talking about him, saying this and that. They're also taking a stab at his resume, saying he ain't done nothing. He ain't stepped up yet. And his resume is weak. Right? Right? Okay. Now, back to Canelo and Demetrius Andrade. Okay. Some of y'all would say, well, he tried to fight Demetrius Andrade. And it's true. He sent out a letter so he could go fight Demetrius Andrade. And the part that people leave out is it got approved. They said, okay, yes, you can go ahead and fight Demetrius Andrade. Did he go ahead and fight Demetrius Andrade? No. What did he choose to do? He chose to drop the belts, pick up franchise champion, and go fight Kovalev. Now, why did he say he did not want to fight Demetrius Andrade? And this is how I'm going to expose Canelo and Canelo fanboys. What did Canelo end up saying? Let's read it verbatim. He said he hasn't fought anybody. He's boring. If it's a boring fight, people are going to blame me. Plus, he does not present a challenge because he has not fought anybody. There it is, right there. Now, pause for a second. Let's flip back to Caleb Plant. Caleb Plant is somebody who Canelo fans say hasn't done anything, says he has a weak resume, says he needs to step up in competition. So in layman's terms, what you're telling me is Canelo Alvarez finds Caleb Plant more challenging than Demetrius Andrade, which I don't know how that is possible because he didn't fight Demetrius Andrade one belt away from unifying, one belt away from being undisputed. And he says that he did not present a challenge because he has not fought anybody. So what does it look like this same guy that says this turns around and wants to fight a Caleb Plant. The same Caleb Plant that Canelo fans say hasn't done anything, hasn't fought anybody, and has a weak resume. Y'all asses is busted. You cannot explain that. You cannot excuse that away. There's no rebuttal that you can come up with at the end of the day. Because like you said, Caleb Plant was not trying to be great. So you mean to tell me he'd rather fight Caleb Plant over fighting Demetrius Andrade, and Andrade was holding the last belt that he needed to become undisputed in his weight class, and they're on the same promotional platform. But somehow this guy who was holding the one last belt that he needed was not worth the challenge and has not fought anybody, but you want to turn around and fight a Caleb Plant, somebody who Canelo fans say needs to step up and has not fought anybody. Y'all asses is busted. There's nothing that you can say. Now, let me go back to Canelo and further prove why this is BS, okay? He says that Demetrius Andrade is born. In this day and age, saying a fighter is born, a.k.a. using the Dirty Sanchez excuse, a.k.a. black fighters don't sell. Any fighter using that in this day and time, in this era, is a complete duck. Why could you say? Because he said he doesn't want to fight Demetrius Andrade because he is born. Please keep in mind, Canelo Alvarez fought Alexander Lara, the most boring fighter that there is to fight. He appeases no crowd when he steps into ring. And I love the sweet science. But Alexander Lara is a boring boxer, and he fought him. So you mean tell me Alexander Lara is more exciting in the ring than Demetrius Andrade? No. And last time I checked, didn't he lose to the quote-unquote most boring fighter in the world, which is Floyd Mayweather? So once again, how you going to say that he's boring, but you turn around and fought Lara? Exactly. Y'all asses is busted. Ain't nothing y'all can see. Like I said, OG fanboy killer. Y'all not going to be able to bounce back from that. Now, let's see if you can keep the same energy. I guarantee you can't. And that's what I'm talking about. Everybody raining down on Caleb Plant, talk about a duck, 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 duck. Okay, let me take your duck skills and see how it is when I gauge it over Canelo Alvarez. Let's see if you can still find them same flaws that you find in everybody else. I guarantee you it's not present. That's why I say, you fanboys, you can't listen. I am impervious to fanboyism. I don't have the weak setbacks that y'all do. Okay. This is why can't nobody beat me at this shit. This is why I'm the best in the game, because I only deal with the truth. Okay. If it's something real, I don't go ahead and try to lie about it. I take it on and I accept it. I'm only about the truth. And at the end of the day, if you say Caleb Plant wasn't daring to be great and did not step up and missed out on the opportunity, and at the same time say that he hasn't accomplished anything, but you excuse Canelo Alvarez for not fighting a Demetrius Andrade, somebody who he also said was didn't oppose the challenge because he didn't fight nobody and is born, yet Demetrius Andrade had a belt, was champ, and he was one belt away from becoming undisputed, and he chose not to take that challenge, not to be great, drop those belts, accept franchise champion, and go and fight Sergey Kovalev. Check fucking mate.
I mean, at the end of the day, you know, talk is cheap. You know, you can talk the talk, but you actually got to walk the walk. I'm glad that everybody is in tune and interested in fighting Demetrius Andrade, and also could be using my name for leverage. But that ship is going to come to an end, because at the end of the day, there is no other at least guys. There's going to be no more guys, because either I'm going to beat them, they're going to beat them, and at the end of the day, the cream is going to rise to the top, and that's Demetrius Andrade.
Whether rockin' or boxing, my crew gets the job done. Believe me, you don't want no problems.